although the award's not in front of us, I will say this: what is written on the award is truly what the award represents. First of all, it has. We had a student, Callie Donahue, who sketched out the memorial that we have for 9/11 in the beginning, and that's part of the piece of the award. But what the award says is a quote that Diane gave us after we were named a California Distinguished School. And in essence it says, the recipients of this award represent society as it should be rather than how it is. And I know Diane's going to help us right now and help stall and say something for us.
I'm a little choked up, so whoa. I have to dig deep to get my public speaking skills in front of my emotions this morning. I do want you all to know that somehow or another Doug convinced Walt to give up a golf tournament this morning to be here, and Linda Diaz made me wear a dress, so, which the students know is not a frequent occurrence. So. This is the concept of the Peace and Tolerance Plaza, what it represents. All of the mosaics around the school are the heart of what Baird is all about. From the very first time that Chuck McCulley and I, former superintendent of the district, spoke about what Baird could be, it was always rooted in the interaction of all the peoples of the world between and among each other. It was always an international focus. It was always a bringing together of all the children of Fresno into one place where the academic experience would be excellent, the emotional tone would be loving and supportive, and the knowledge that they would gain of each other and who they are and where they came from and what they respect and love and admire about each other and about themselves would be paramount. So that from the very first day when we realized we didn't have a master schedule because of a glitch downtown, and we decided to have a 5-day welcome camp, which was just nuts. But and it ended with a bounce house on Friday. But the kids had a great time, and thanks to Linda Bowen and Doug Finks, we had a mini master schedule for a week where kids worked together that whole week, and we took the 5th graders and put them with the 8th graders and mixed them together, all 4 grade levels together, and then pulled them apart and put them in groups of boys and groups of girls and mixed groups and any which way you can. And by the end of the week, they all knew each other. What an amazing school came out of that mistake that was made downtown. So I take back every bad word I said about technical services at that juncture. There's some other junctures I'll hold on to. Today's just, it's a great day. It's a great day. It's when I think of Carol Deffenbach and the contribution that she made to this school for her own children and for all the children who go here, her untimely passing, it's just, it was so, I learned so much from her when I arrived here, and she had already been here when the school was an elementary school, and she was so helpful in helping bring the vision to reality. Certainly, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the best staff in the world lives right here at Baird Middle School. You'll never meet a more dedicated group of people. None of this happens without the support and the love of the teachers for each other, for the kids, certainly for me. I mean, I do meltdowns regularly, and they all say, it's okay, don't worry about it, it'll be fine. And then I'd return the favor 2 days later and say, it's okay, it'll be fine. You know, what's Tom doing out there anyway? He's got every kid, you know, he's got kids using shovels and mixing cement and, you know, digging holes, and, you know, and you can see that there isn't a child in this school who hasn't had their hands on this project somewhere in the school. I'd like to invite you to walk around the hallways and see the additional mosaics all over the school that represent the world. And now that I have put my public speaking voice in front of my emotions, I think I'll give my husband the microphone and see if he can talk. But thank you so much. And to the students, there's never been anything more important to me than you guys, all of you, from the very first kid I ever taught to the ones I haven't even met. Thank you.
now like to introduce Tom Schneider. And Tom has recognition for 2 individuals who help with the Peace and Tolerance Plaza.
I've already mentioned these 2 people, but Bruce Engel, if you could come up here, please. There's so many connections between teachers and parents and children, and I had Bruce's son when I taught at Wawona, and then later I was privileged to have his daughter here at Baird. He donates a lot of his time towards baseball, softball, helped with the surf club, had a lot of fun. Son plays guitar, maybe that's a little bit because of me. I know Joe Arab is better on piano because he heard my guitar, but it's Joe's. Diffuses down somehow. Anyway, I would like Bruce to say just a few words about the fact that he came up with this beautiful example of the world and people getting together in the world and being able to love one another and accept one another with the haunting figure of the Holocaust looking out from behind the death camps. So, Mr. Engel.
Thank you. Really, there's not much to say. I just kind of converted Mr. Schneider's ideas into physical being. None of this is my idea, by the way. This is all him. And I was honored he asked me. You know, I think as parents, if a teacher would like you to get involved, it is somewhat of an honor that they trust you to be involved in the school process. And really, I want to thank him for letting me do it. That's really kind of caught me by surprise, nothing to say. So, thank you.
And the second person I'd like to acknowledge, I don't believe he's here, is Mike Immersion. And Mr. Immersion, we had a picture that was given to us by Kara Zalewski. He had come up with a lot of different ideas and it kind of rallied the Armenian community around the memorial. And she had this beautiful picture that we wanted to emulate, and we gave it to Mike, and he said, I can do that, no problem. A week later, he did that. So if he shows up and if you see him somewhere in the community, Mike Immersion, thank you very much.
And we have one more special acknowledgement before our students go back to class and all of the guests go to the other side of this wing for a reception. I'd like to introduce Principal Keith Herzog.
Wow, twice in one day, and that doesn't happen too often. Thank you. It is my pleasure to present an additional award to someone who has spent many years dedicated to his students and the schools in which he has worked. This person has traveled around the world in search of his pursuit of excellence and to hone his experience in working with schools and students. I have known this person as a colleague and as a friend at more than one school site. Today we pay honor to a person who has dedicated so much to his profession and continues to walk a line of concern and enthusiasm for his students on a daily basis. You will find this person, many of you have, because I've seen you there, you will find this person spending early mornings singing with children, spending afternoons coaching out on the fields, and even spending his weekend surfing the waves at Capitola Beach. His vision today has become a reality. It is an honor and pleasure to present or to offer an award of dedication, acknowledgement to Tom Schneider.
Newsworthy. And yet when good things happen, and there are good things that happen all the time, especially around schools, nobody seems to care. So maybe we can change that, and I'm not sure exactly what we need to do. But go out of your way to try to make people feel better. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. And what I try to instill in children is wherever you go, the fact that you're there is going to make it a better place. And if all of us can do that, we can do anything. Thank you.
Teachers, thank you. Please go ahead and take your students back to their classrooms.